Hey everybody, and good afternoon. It is Sunday, March 15th, 2026. I'm going to go ahead and hold on just a second. I'm going to post all of my live feed links on Facebook because those of you that aren't aware, I'm not allowed on Facebook yet for live feed. So hold tight, don't go anywhere. We are live. You probably won't hear me for a little bit, but just hold on tight, don't go anywhere. Severe weather coverage starting very soon. All right, kind of had a small heart attack there. I couldn't find my YouTube live, but it looks like we are live on YouTube, so that's a plus. Let me make sure everything is good. I do have chat hooked up here. Like I said, if you guys can hear me loud and clear in chat, or if I'm too loud, let me know. If I'm too loud, I can go down a little bit, but other than that, some background noise may appear. But other than that, let me see here if I can get chat hooked up. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I like it too. I thought the image was pretty awesome, so I was like, you know what, it's a good little. Of course, I gotta use AI, but I mean it's pretty awesome. So right now I'm getting ready to pull up the radar here. So like I said, just kind of listen to my voice here for a second as I get everything going. We'll kind of jump through what exactly is ongoing right now and kind of what has changed from this morning. And stuff like that. So like I said, one big headline right now, the high wind warning has been extended and in both area and in time. So what I mean by that is we now have multiple new counties involved in this high wind warning. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I've been outside most of the morning. I've been working on things outside, trying to get stuff ready for this cold front. I think I'm wind burnt. I'm not even kidding. I believe, I mean, I feel it in my face. I feel it in my arms. I did talk to the National Weather Service because I was wondering, when was the last time we had a high wind warning? Because that was one of the things where, let me see if I put it on the wrong thing. There we go. All right, so hang on, let me take this off here. So there we go. There's a live look at radar. I'm going to go ahead and let's put up, can't remember. Yep, let's go ahead and put up. My weather station actually lost all data at about, it was 11:30 this morning. I got really nervous. I thought we had a wind gust that just knocked it out, but right now we're okay. Let me see if I can go in here, interact. It used to be like a oh, whoopsie daisy. Didn't even do that. Go back. There we go. Okay. So that looks all good. It looks like we are all good on the weather station there. So I'm going to keep that up just in the upper left hand. Actually, we'll move it over to the right hand quadrant there. as we look out here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on our mesoscale discussion. We will have a tornado watch here issued anytime, really. We got one severe thunderstorm warning just north of Lebanon, Missouri. So this goes to show you that that line, that cold front we're watching, is in fact got some energy. I mean, believe it or not, like I told you guys before, really is not going to take much. In a system like this, it's really rare. And I'll kind of go through it here in a second. I feel like I'm rambling on. Let me make sure. And those of you, it does suck that I'm not on Facebook yet for lives. So if you could, go ahead and share and spread the word the best you can. Because there's a lot of people out there who don't realize that I'm not live on Facebook. And you can't do that. So right now I'm on X, YouTube, TikTok. I didn't include my TikTok link. I guess I could do that real quick. I made a joke earlier that I was on like DirecTV pay-per-view. Obviously, that's just a joke. I'm kidding about that. I'm not that big, guys. It'd be pretty cool, though. Anyway, let's see. We're good. Everything. Numbers are looking good. Everything else looking pretty good right now. So, okay. Let's... as we speak, we have a tornado watch just issued. You can actually see it pop up there on our screen. So let's go ahead and get right to that. So breaking news as we are live here at the Storm Predictor. Now, those of you that are not included in this tornado watch, don't worry, you will be. It's just for right now, St. Louis Metro, all the way down into central and southeastern Missouri. That does include Randolph County, Washington County, Marion County. So those are going to be our northernmost, northwestern area. So St. Louis area, like I said. Really, this tornado watch is really going to include everyone here in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and remove our mesoscale, and let's go full screen. We'll just read. So this is in effect, obviously. Let's see. Looks like 8 p.m. It'll be well canceled before then. This line, believe it or not, is going to be completely out of here. And probably, more than likely, I'm just going to draw. Here's our future cold front right. Well, that's a horrible line. It's different drawing on this than it is on my phone. So about right there, that's about 9 o'clock tonight, 8 to 9 o'clock. So just an FYI how quickly things are going to move through. And timing could increase. I really haven't looked at that right now. So tornado watch in effect for St. Louis, much of southern Illinois. Like I said, if you're not included in the watch, you will be. So just hold tight. Nothing has changed. I still have to add my TikTok here. But like I said before, if you're just now joining, and I have no idea how many people are watching. I have zero idea. Typically, I was pretty good about looking on Facebook every now and then, but right now, I have no idea how many people are live following me. So like I said, if you are, thank you. Spread the word. I am here for you guys, okay? I'm here to protect you, protect your family, friends. I'm not here to, be dramatic. I'm going to give it to you straight every time. Everyone that's followed me since the beginning, they can tell you the same thing. I will be straight with you in regards to everything that happens tonight. So, did I post? Okay, so TikTok, YouTube, and X we are live on right now. I don't know what all chat I have either. So if you're in chat right now, wave a hand where you guys listening in from, and we will go from there. So I'll probably be limited on looking at comments on Facebook right now because really this is the main live broadcast going into this evening. So I think that's my main pin right now, and I have pinned that to my Storm Predictor page. So let's go ahead, get that going, and we are good to go. Those of you that want to, if you do have any damage or anything like that, especially as this line comes through, feel free to email me at the Storm Predictor at gmail.com. Sometimes you can post, sometimes you can't. I think it's just kind of weird sometimes. But like I said, share the news. And like I said, I think I just actually saw someone said I need a multi-streaming platform. That is actually what I'm on. I'm actually using Restream right now. I can add more. I'm not really able to right now. So let me back out of here. A couple more things I want to kind of go through. Make sure all my stuff is in a line. Okay, let's go to chat. So hello everyone. Looks like a lot of people from Southern Illinois. Got from Marion, Deering area, Chester. Chester, you are including that tornado watch, which I mean, everyone's going to be including the tornado watch, like I said, at some point tonight. So appreciate all of you guys joining in. Like I said, we're going to get down to it here, and I'm going to kind of give you guys the overall kind of description of what has kind of led to this severe weather system. So first and foremost, those of you that may not know me or know who I am, my name is Luke Sager. I am born, raised right here in Southern Illinois. Got my meteorology degree from Western Illinois University up in the big city of Macomb, Illinois, right up here. And I have moved back down here ever since and have been really just crazy nerd for weather my whole life. So my whole goal and job here in Southern Illinois is to keep you guys up to date with the latest and greatest information. And I do my best in these live feeds to go into very good detail about where people live and try to keep them, as safe as possible. There's a lot of things in weather that change. It changes constantly. From this morning, my gut feeling was kind of going to be just one of those days where it's going to be really windy and we'll probably see a line of storms move through. Now it's shifted to where we kind of saw a little bit more energy. We're seeing a little bit more moisture kick in. And that right there is really kind of giving me the gut feeling of, okay, there could be a chance for a couple isolated tornadoes. We're going to probably have around 70-mile-an-hour wind gust. And right now, some areas have already seen that. And so a lot of questions to, we've had a lack of sunshine. That is true. We have had a lack of sunshine today, which is good. Because if we didn't, then we would have major issues. I mean, major issues. We'd have a lot more tornadoes, a lot more really, really bad, significant, severe weather. I'm not saying that isn't possible, but the lack of sun has helped in this situation. Now, moving forward, we do have a little bit more moisture that's kicked in, okay? And really, I'm going to be 100% honest with everybody. As soon as these storms cross over the Mississippi River, the timing might be just about perfect to where everything comes together and we just have an explosion of a line of storms that have significant damaging winds, 70-plus mile an hour, and embedded in this line of storms are going to be a couple of QLCS tornadoes. Now, you've probably heard that before. It's quasi-linear convective tornadoes. It's a long scientific term. Don't worry about it. What it means in reality is we have tornadoes embedded in a line. They get kinked up. You'll probably hear that term a lot that I use today. So right now we are just at the waiting game. It's about 1:40. Really the only threat to us is off to our west. We're watching this line of storms. I'll go ahead and circle it on here. I know all of you guys love my artwork so much. But here we go. We even got back down into northern Arkansas. I'm going to go ahead and erase that. Not off to a good start today. But we're going to go ahead and watch this line here as we're going to have multiple tornado watches be issued. And we're probably going to see a couple tornadoes today. Now, does that mean we need to be full-blown panic mode? No. We just need to make sure we're prepared because that's the best thing we can do. A lot of you have anxiety. I have anxiety. I'm not just one that I'm going to go up to a tornado and shake its hand. I have anxiety about it too. But the best thing to do is to be prepared and just be ready. Have a plan. A lot of people don't have a plan when severe weather strikes. My family and I, we sit down right before every spring. We know what to do when severe weather strikes. We know where to go if we get separated. Those are things you need to be aware of as not only a family, but with your friends, your community, all coming together. It takes a team really to really get through significant severe weather systems, especially like this one. It's not a major tornado event, but look at the winds we've had today. I mean, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, non-storm. Just like a normal day. That's crazy. That is not really something we are used to around here. And that is all thanks to really the perfect timing of our atmospheric conditions, not only down here at the surface, but up above us, the wind, just a couple kilometers up in the air. Guys, I'm telling you right now, it is screaming. 120 knot winds right above us. And those things with storms and precipitation can bring those down to the surface. So that's why we have to have, kind of those big terms and big words for today like this. But anyway, that just kind of goes through what we are anticipating today. The timing, let me go ahead and look at, because I have not looked at that too much. I haven't really seen a whole bunch change on the timing side of things. I thought my map was pretty well drawn out. And like I said, I posted some geography maps as well, the state of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, just to kind of get you guys familiar if you don't know your county. But let's look here. So it looks like things will really start to ramp up. We even may have a little bit of development before we actually get the main line. To me, that's nothing to be, well, at the moment, nothing to be quite concerned about. But timing for the cold front right over St. Louis at 5 p.m. So really, here in about 2 hours for St. Louis, you need to be ready. And at 5 p.m., it'll be moving right over East St. Louis at 5. By 6 p.m., 7 p.m., those of you in Jackson County, western portions of southern Illinois, so pretty much a line from East St. Louis to Mount Vernon, you need to be ready for this line of severe storms. Like I said, a couple tornadoes possible, and that'll be 6 to 7 p.m. Now, once we get past I-50, when I always say central southern Illinois, that's right down 57. So if you just imagine 57 right there, that's kind of what I'm going through. I know sometimes it's hard for me to pick out exactly, but and then our most eastern areas, so like Hamilton County, White, Gallatin, Hardin, those areas, you guys are looking at about 8 to 9 p.m., okay? We will be all clear at the very latest 10 p.m. tonight, okay? So 9, 10 p.m., our entire area will be clear, and then right back behind it, we are going to have some light flurries in very, very cold conditions. So I will get more on that later, because right now we are focusing on this, really this severe weather that we're waiting on. So right now, just a couple things to look at. There's our tornado watch in the red box. We have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings just to the north of Lebanon, Missouri, and then in northern Arkansas right now. I don't believe we have any active tornado warnings, but that right there looks kind of scary. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this. So this is near Springdale, Arkansas. And if you guys remember last year, this area up here in northern Arkansas got rocked. Rogers, Arkansas, to be exact, got hit with a massive EF2, EF3 tornado. Was not fun. Very scary situation up there. So this area is very, very used to severe weather. So, like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on that. Nothing really tornadic looking right now, but definitely got some hail involved there. But here's our line that I talked about. Let's see if I can go full picture here. See if we can go full. Yeah, there we go. So here we go. I'm going to go to one box. Back out here a little bit just so you guys can see this. So obviously here is our line of storm stretching from northern Illinois all the way down, and it's going to develop even further down into parts of northern Texas here. So you can see this is a very wide, large system, and very powerful one as well. Right now, Green Bay, Wisconsin, up in the northern parts, getting rocked with very, very heavy snow, and our central low pressure probably down. I don't know what we're down to right now. It's another thing to look at. So just to kind of give you the overall synoptic view of this system, it's pretty impressive. Not going to lie, pretty impressive, especially for March. So if this is any indication of how our spring is going to go, we are off to a rocky start. So let's go back here to Paducah. I might even switch over to let's see here. Sorry, doing a little bit of maneuvering here. Actually, we're going to switch over to that radar. So there's that line of storms there. We're going to keep an eye on that. I'm going to keep this in motion. I'm going to go ahead and look at some other things. So just to give you guys a heads up, when you wake up and go out the door tomorrow morning, it's going to be every bit of freezing, about 30 degrees, and wind chill values probably lower than that because we're still going to have gusty winds. Not like as extreme as what we have right now, but we will have gusty winds, probably anywhere from 30 to 40 miles an hour. So wind chill down into the teens, maybe even the single digits at some point. So we're going to get smacked with some cold air. Let's go ahead and go back to chat here, just kind of catching up a little bit. And like I said, wherever you guys are joining in from, go ahead and shout it out in the comments. And most of you guys, like I said, I don't know how many people are watching on what platforms. I think most of my comments here or my chat is mostly just on YouTube, I believe. I don't know if I'll get any notifications from TikTok or Twitter, or not Twitter, X. So I'm not for sure how that will all happen here. But anyway, that's really about it for now. So we're seeing that tornado watch get issued. Those of you probably a lot of different phone notifications going off and everything else. Timing we've gone over. You can find that on my Facebook page as well. And kind of just going over the latest and greatest. So really about 6, 7 o'clock will be the peak time for this thing to really blow up. And what I mean by that is obviously right now we have that line starting to form and we're going to have gusty winds. But really about 5 to 7 p.m., maybe even moving towards the 8 o'clock hour, that's going to be peak time for tornadoes here in southern Illinois and in our region. So... And actually, just looking at the latest, it looks like right at 6 o'clock. Really kind of concerned about Cape Girardeau area, Jackson County, right along the Route 13 area. But yeah, definitely biggest concern for tornadoes right in here. So Cape Girardeau, Sykeston, Poplar Bluff, Carbondale, you're included in that. I mean, this is going to be really the main area. Just short-term models are starting to hint at, and now that we're starting to get really close to this event, they've got a pretty good handle on it. As we move into the 7 o'clock hour, starts to really shoot up. So pretty much in conclusion to all this, like I kind of drew out before, if you're along I-64, this area right here is my main concern for tornadic activity. Okay, I'm not saying there can't be an isolated one north of here, but that is the main area. So those of you watching, like I said, spread the word on that. I know I kind of relaxed a little bit this morning, but I was going off my own opinion. So obviously I hate it when I eat my own words, but I will accept it at the same time and change my forecast if needed. So right now here in central southern Illinois, my weather station is located in Christopher. We're at 66 degrees, and one thing I am watching very closely right now, folks, is our dew point. So our dew point is our overall moisture indicator, and that right there is going to give me a pretty good idea to what type of, or just kind of given how strong our storms are going to be. So right now, our magic number is going to be 60. If we can get up to a 60 dew point, that's going to be some, issues for us. Right now we're at 57 going off my weather station. We've been at 57 all day today. We really haven't moved too much. So this number should start to grow here in the next 2 hours, and we're going to wait and see. But right now, as we speak, we are just literally waiting. It's just a waiting game at this point. So, but like I said, everything really coming together right now here in the next probably 2 hours. So really 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. We need to be ready for anything. So really I think I might even post that out to everybody. 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. is like game time. I'll even do 8 just to kind of, because I mean 4 to 9 p.m. be ready. So I'll go ahead and get that posted out. Like I said, my main goal is to make sure you guys are informed and ready. It's not to cause a panic or anything, and if I do, I apologize. That's not the meaning for it. It's to make sure you guys are aware of stuff. I mean, like I said before, weather changes constantly, hours. I mean, it's crazy how much it changes. I don't know if you guys remember. I'm trying to think. I think it was a couple years ago. Models were doing absolutely horrible short range. Really wasn't expecting much for us, and we were in a marginal risk. Marginal, so level 1 out of 5 for severe weather. And immediately, about 8, 9 a.m., things took a horrible turn for the worse. One of the worst I've ever seen before. And it was a very significant line that developed right around St. Louis. We ended up at the noon update from SPC, we went from a marginal level 1 out of 5 to a moderate risk 4 out of 5. So it just goes to show you, our long-range models can do a pretty good job of just giving us an overall idea, but our short-term models do a really good job of, you know, picking up data points and everything else to where we can actually make those changes. But that, I forget what day it is. I'll have to look that one up, but I will never forget that. I remember sitting here and I was like, they've got to upgrade this. Like, we were in a very, and we ended up getting, I believe there was a few tornadoes here in southern, heck, that might have even been the first tornado that went through, I think that was the tornado that went through Crab Orchard, and then it ended up going off to the east there. If I remember, I think that was that storm. I'm not going to, I don't know 100%, but I don't know if you remember that or not, but if you do, let me know in chat, because I do remember that. So, some reports of some sprinkles, and that definitely doesn't surprise me, because like I was saying, we just had the latest, I can't even find my mouse right now, the latest run just showed some showers and storms developing before the actual cold front. So there's our sprinkles right here in southern Illinois. You can actually see it stretching from Cape Girardeau up to even south of Mount Vernon. So nothing to panic about yet, but just some little bit of precip developing ahead of the front. So we'll see what that does. Shouldn't be anything. If anything does develop ahead of the front, with our current atmospheric conditions, I don't think anything would be able to survive. And what I mean by that is our low-level shear at the surface and just up above us. Last time I looked, I think it was over 60 knots, which is absolutely nuts. Let me see here. Central low pressure right now is at 994 as of... Oh, we're getting ready to get an update, but that was as of last hour. Shear, yeah, I mean, there's just no way. 50 knot shear, I mean, that's just crazy environment. So not really anything can survive out in it right now. And of course my computer says we need to update. Let's go ahead and schedule that another time. Not good timing there. Wendy says, a year ago today, we were sitting in our storm shelter in Tykersburg. Yeah, I remember that. I do, actually. I do. It seems like every March now I can just think back, and we've had, I mean, how many tornadoes have gone over Lake of Egypt now? I mean, we've had, what, 3 or 4? It's just crazy. I mean, we are literally sitting in the new tornado alley. That's no joke. The shift is real. So, once again, those of you St. Louis, we have a new tornado watch just issued, which was expected for Arkansas, and that honestly includes almost the entire state. Let's go ahead and back this thing up. So, like I said, that line of storms is going to develop all the way down to northern Texas. So, we now have a tornado watch covering roughly over 600 miles. I mean, if you think about it, if we go from, I was just going to St. Louis, but I mean, if you think about it, all the way from just to the west of Springfield, 600 miles, folks. So that's a lot of land to cover, and a strong line of storms will continue. I'll go ahead and shift this radar over because we don't need to look at Paducah right now, but there's the overall picture as we speak, as that line. Here's our cold front. This is everything behind this line. Very, very steep cutoff in temperature. We will go from 70 degrees down to 30 degrees by tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. So it is it's going to be a cold one. And like I said before, I don't know how many people are live on here or listening right now, but if you're able to share this information, share it out. Like I said, it could help somebody. I know I'm not dogging our local news crews or anything, but really that's not really the best coverage anymore. No offense, just saying. Some of them do a great job. I'm not gonna say anything wrong about that, but there's some news stations, I'm not gonna name any, but that have just gone downhill, and it's an absolute joke. And I think it's very embarrassing for our region. So, like I said, just my opinion on things. There we go. I'll keep radar going for now. Okay, a couple people said they can't hear anything, and I have people saying they can. So I guess let me know if you can't. Everything's good on my end. So let me see if I can pull up. Everything's good on my end. So maybe your phone, try to reset the app, update the app. Sometimes that happens as well. Could be just something very small. Let me see here on Twitter. Yeah, okay. I can hear myself on Twitter. Haven't gone to YouTube yet. I don't even know how to do. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not tech savvy with TikTok. I'm not on there. I think I posted like 1 or 2 pictures. I literally just do it for the live. So you guys have a way to listen to me, but I have no idea what I'm doing on TikTok. It's bad. I guess it's just the dad coming out in me. But it looks like I got 200 of you on here on YouTube right now, so thanks. That's awesome. Yeah, and I can hear myself on YouTube. So yeah, if you can't hear me, just make sure you update your YouTube app, or it could be on your mobile device. Like I said, everything's good on my end, so that's about it. But let's go ahead and zoom back in here. Let's take a look. We got really 1, 2 storms really that have really started to pick up intensity. Obviously, this one near Eldon, Missouri, and just north. This is Interstate 44 that runs right through here. Here's 44. Here's 70. Obviously, a good drawing again, but 44 and 70. This storm is going to enter and probably affect O'Fallon in the north part of the metro of St. Louis later on. So just kind of a heads up. Let's go ahead and do some math here. So there's O'Fallon. There's our storm 100 miles away. And we are moving at about, I'm going to say anywhere from, this thing's probably hauling, 55, 60 miles an hour. So we got about an hour and a half before that makes impact, which is right around the time we're talking about. So it'll be right about the 4 p.m. mark. So we'll just have to kind of keep an eye. Like I said, no active tornado warnings, which is good. But I'm going to be honest with you folks, when everything starts to come together around the Mississippi River, it'll be very quick. So I'm just going to give you a heads up, those of you that are listening. If you get a tornado warning, you're going to want to seek shelter ASAP. You're not going to be able to look outside. It is going to be a smack. I mean, it's going to be bang, bang. There's no time to react. So in a system like this, it could even be hard to find tornadoes on radar. I will say that. I don't like systems like these because it is very, very difficult to find tornadoes on radar. They are very quick spin up, and they're hard to kind of look at. So I know we have some storm spotters out and around, but really the only storm spotting you're going to be able to do is sit somewhere and just wait for this line to kind of go through. That's how fast we're kind of moving. So but that's really all the information I have right now. If you guys have any questions in chat, I can try my best to. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. If you name out a location, I'm not going to be able just to look at it and go, yeah, time. Overall, like I said before, you can go back to my page. I think we've done a pretty good job of narrowing down the timing on this. So, like I said, St. Louis area, Jackson County, very southwestern southern Illinois. You guys are looking at about anywhere from probably 5, 6 p.m. As we move over into central southern Illinois, we're looking at 6, 7. Go ahead, 6, 7. Yep, that just happened. And then back over, we're going to have in our most eastern areas anywhere from 7 to 9 p.m. So like I said, just be ready. Anything is possible. I've already gotten a ton of emails from everybody across the region here with damage. So I can't thank you guys enough for sending me those. That really does help. I send these off to the National Weather Service as well, so they're able to keep that. So I guess I need to include. I do apologize too, because I haven't been able to post a whole bunch on my Facebook page, so I'm going to take time to do that. let's go ahead and we're going to take just a quick break so I can update some things on Facebook. There's no active tornado warnings at this time. If we get one, obviously we're going to go full coverage. But right now, just 2 storms right now that are severe, just south of Jefferson City, Missouri, moving into the St. Louis area here, and then Springdale, northwestern Arkansas. So 2 storms right now. We're just a waiting game. It's 2 o'clock, 2:02 right now on this Sunday. Windy conditions continue. But right now I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to go through some more data, and then we will be back with wall-to-wall coverage here. So I appreciate all of you guys on here watching from wherever you're watching from. And like I said, post in the comments where you're watching from. Maybe you could be from somewhere else too. Try to help you out the best I can. But we'll take a quick break and we'll be back here. I don't know why I say we. I'll be back here in a little bit. So like I said, if you don't hear any audio, I'm going away for a little bit. So just don't freak out. Once again, just stepping away for a second here. Had to get a quick drink. Wow, I just got an incredible picture from Benton. Sabbath Baptist Church. Thank you, Katie, for sending that in. My goodness, the whole siding ripped off that. You can see the, wow. All right, that is crazy. So like I said, if you don't hear me for a little bit, it's just because I muted my mic and I'm trying to do some other stuff here. But like I said, if you guys have any more storm damage or anything like that, feel free to email me. I'm thestormpredictor @gmail.com. I've posted already on my page. You guys can go ahead and look at that as well. But yeah, siding just completely ripped off there. That's crazy. I'm going to go ahead and send that in there. I don't know if I can upload that or not. There we go. That's crazy. I like how there's still brick on that building, though. But yeah, it tore it completely off. My goodness. Craziness. This is definitely a day I will not forget. This is probably one of the windiest days I have ever been a part of. I'm like non-storm winds. Very rarely do we see 50, 60 mile an hour wind gusts just, out and about. Typically it takes a pretty good storm to do that. So, wow. I mean, just wow. Just completely shocked on that. So, keep sending them in if you got any. I'll be in and out of chat as well. So, like I said, if you don't hear me or something, don't freak out. But you may have to update and refresh your YouTube app as well. Sometimes you have to do that. So Waiting on a new update here. Let's see here. Yes, I did see the Ziegler building as well. It looks like it was an older building, but I mean, still a building collapse from wind is still a building collapse. So, yeah, I think Dan, that's Dan Longcare. Yeah, I appreciate that comment. That's a good point. So a lot of people have been asking about how they can help the Kankakee area and stuff like that. So, you know, when there's a big event or a natural disaster that occurs that's more like locally impacted and not a big severity of an area or region, a lot of times local and state municipalities will come together and they will work on those resources first before they allow anyone from the outside to help. So, it's nothing against anybody, but they want to try and do it. They don't want to have other people coming in, which I kind of get. Only ask for help when you need it. I mean, I get that. So it is what it is. Yeah, Toby, that's a great point. Used to the winds in Wyoming. Wyoming got hammered yesterday. I think they had 90 to 100 mile an hour wind gust. I forget what state highway that was, but oh my gosh, it looked rough out there. So this is, Dan, this is 100% the wind that SpongeBob delivered that pizza in, 100%. I actually saw that. I saw that on somebody's Twitter. I believe it was yesterday, and it was from Wyoming, and I was just dying laughing because, yes, I mean, anytime it's windy like this, it's just crazy. And like I said, I worked outside a little bit this morning. I am wind burnt, 100%. No doubt about it, 100% wind burnt. So, we got our first troll of the day. Let's see here. God, I love these so much. So, I posted 7 hours ago my overall just opinion on today. And this is from a special viewer. I won't name any names. I think you're wrong. Maybe you don't know how to read maps. Maybe you should just go flip burgers at McDonald's instead of trying to be the storm predictor. I gotta love it. Gotta love it. I've had a lot worse, but, you gotta love the trolls. You gotta respect them, too. They do hard work. They do. They do a lot of good work. If they would use those skills in the real world, it's crazy what they could do. But instead, gotta be the keyboard warrior. All right, like I said, no big changes right now. Just south of Jefferson City, watching that sell as this line kind of progresses off to our, going off to our east here. And it looks like, actually, let's go ahead and zoom into this one. I kind of see a little kink there. So remember I told you guys, you hear me say kink. You're going to see these embedded tornadoes have like a little kind of hook to them. And when that happens, okay, we got to switch out radars here. Not a whole bunch going on there, but you can just tell by the color what we're looking at. A lot of lightning in there too, so that's a good sign. So we're starting to see some strengthening here in this cell just to the south of Jefferson City and just north of I-44. This is going to be just to the north of Lebanon and just to the northwest of Rolla. So I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I like my McDonald's, but I mean, I don't know why I'd be flipping burgers. People, I tell you, cracks me up. Excuse me. My email is thestormpredictor@gmail.com. You guys can send me any storm-related pictures you want and videos. I'll actually go ahead and open it up real quick. Let's see here if I got any more. Right now, just gotten, like I said, I've seen the Ziegler business, or I don't know if it was a business. I think this was a building that was already, I think, condemned by the city. But still, for the winds to come in and knock it down, that's pretty intense. Gotten some pictures from West Frankfort, Illinois with tree damage. Benton, Illinois, I've seen some pretty good damage. I was actually driving my side-by-side earlier and had a tree limb fall down right in front of me. Very scary. That's why travel, anywhere, especially if you live around a house with so many trees, that's also scary. I get it. I get that 100%. So just make sure you have a plan ready to go. Really no changes to the forecast. I know some of you guys are kind of joining in maybe. So the only change in the forecast is we have actually increased our tornado threat this evening. So obviously the damaging winds, that has always been the headline all week. Tornadoes were kind of hit or miss, and I was thinking low. Starting to kind of come up there a little bit in intensity and increasing that threat. So I'm going to go back just to one screen here. So like I said, those of you along I-64 and south, we had that tornado threat that was just really around the Ohio River this morning that I was really concerned about. But we've gotten enough moisture to go further north into most of the heart of southern Illinois that really, if you're along I-64 point south, you are going to be in the main zone for tornadoes, and that will start at 5 p.m. So once we hit about 4 or 5, we still got a lot of time. That's when our tornado threat will definitely increase. And it was a brick building. Yes, thank you for, yes. The building that was in Ziegler was a brick building. It was condemned and it was already damaged, but, I mean, like I said, for wind to do that, it takes a pretty big gust to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and stand up here. So, yes, we do have snow. We will kind of talk about that once this thing moves through. But really, right now, I don't think it's anything. I don't think we'll see anything accumulate. I think we're just going to see flurries and maybe some snow showers. So nothing to freak out about. But I mean, snow is snow in March, so take it the way you should. Heck, I was mowing today. Anybody else mow today? You should be good by 3. Yeah, you got plenty of time. New severe thunderstorm warning just popped up south of Springfield, Missouri. That's going to be near the Branson area. And like I said, this line is just going to continue to strengthen. No active tornado warnings at this time, which is good. I also did want to point out, too, if I, for some reason, is to lose power here at the Storm Predictor headquarters, I believe I have a safety net for at least 60 minutes. I'll have 60 minutes of internet. After that, I will probably have to use one of my hotspots that I have, if that occurs. So just kind of a heads up for you listening right now. Just a heads up. Like I said, that's 2:15 p.m. here, Central Daylight Time, Southern Illinois. It is Sunday, March 15th, 2026. And like I said, the headline is damaging winds, a couple tornadoes, and we have that tornado watch in place for pretty much everyone that is stretching up all the way from Hannibal, Missouri, going down all the way into northern Texas. And this will expand eastward as this cold front continues to gain strength and push across the Midwest, Wabash, and Ohio River Valley. So I don't know if those of you have looked at all towards the future, but tomorrow, East Coast looking rough. This thing's really going to gain more strength as it hits the East Coast, and it's going to be even stronger winds. Melanie, that would be a great fact that I honestly do not know. If you, in fact, can find that would be awesome. There was a book my professor, one of my professors gave me in college. It was published in, I believe, 1975, and they went through the best stuff they had to review the tri-state tornado. And I don't know if I ever saw anything about the days after. So that's a very good point. I would love to see that if that is true. So if you're listening to this, and I know there's a lot of people that are like, well, I live here, I live there. If you're literally tuning into this and you live and you see your town on the screen below, you are going to be impacted by this cold front. So pretty much if you're living from Kansas City's already been done for, but like I said, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Columbus, everyone who's watching, you're going to be affected by this. So. Getting some more trolls in here. Someone sent me a dust storm picture. That's pretty funny. No trolling, guys. No trolling. Come on, be nice. Waiting for... Let's see here. Waiting for another one to load here. Pretty good sized branch there in Malky Town. Thanks for sending that in. But yeah, a lot of tree damage today, especially after a winter like we've had. Anything that was loose, I'm sure there's been probably about 1,000 trampolines go flying today. Make sure you got them tied down. I guess that was one tip I didn't do or say. Kankakee, I'm not too worried about. The only thing really you would be concerned about would be damaging winds, and then of course the snow on the backside. So those of you in Kankakee, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Obviously you got the whole support of the state of Illinois and everyone else across the nation. So, I mean, we just hope and pray you guys can get through it quick and rebuild and recover. It sucks. Was going through Mayfield, Kentucky not too long ago, and I don't think that town will ever be the same. It's sad. It's very sad. The winds actually, in fact, will and could. I don't know if I even use that in the right term. Could very well weaken a little bit before this cold front. It's a very small possibility, but like the 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts probably will slow down a little bit here in the next hour or two. So just a heads up. Even though it'll kind of calm down a little bit, still got this line of storms that's going to come through. So looks like that severe thunderstorm warning that was just south of Jefferson City has expired. So we only have one active severe thunderstorm warning right now, and it is... Let me see here. It is near Branson here. We'll kind of zoom over. Like I said, those would be the cells right there near Springfield and northwestern Arkansas, northern Arkansas. Those are the ones that are going to impact southern Illinois here later. So those are the ones that we really need to keep an eye on. And obviously right now with them being severe warned, they're going to continue to enter an environment that is very healthy for severe weather. So, like I said, I'm not here to cause you guys to freak out or anything. I mean, like I said, I'm just going to tell you straight how it is. So, we just all got to be prepared for today. Like I said, I probably came alive a little bit early, but I really wanted to talk to you guys about everything. Kind of give you guys the synoptic view of what is actually going on. And we're probably actually seeing our central low pressure actually starting to decrease a little bit here. I don't know if I've gotten an update or not, but it's supposed to be decreasing. Pressure's supposed to be falling. and pressure has continued to fall. So we are at 992 millibars. So we should be at about 988 by the time this thing crosses the Mississippi. And what that means is pretty much you're seeing, how do I put this? You're pretty much seeing your central storm system, so your central low pressure, decrease in pressure, which means stronger storms, stronger winds, pretty much just layman's terms for not good. So as long as we keep seeing the central pressure drop, that's going to increase winds, especially at the surface. So it's just going to increase our damaging wind threat, which we already kind of knew about. So, I mean, nothing really highlighting anything new there. And like I said, yeah, I got a couple reports of sprinkles. We are seeing a little bit of shower development ahead of this. Nothing to freak out about. If anything, that possibly is a good thing for maybe limiting any more, whatever energy we have right now. If we have any type of rain or anything that falls, that will help decrease any chances of extreme, anything extreme happening. And those of you that aren't in the tornado watch yet, you will be, I promise. Just because you don't have a watch yet, you will get one here soon. So, excuse me. That is a great question. Is the Weather Channel app or AccuWeather chat or AccuWeather app better? I hate them both. And those of you that know who I am, and I've explained this so many times, there is not one app, weather app, that is remotely close to being accurate. Take it to the bank. Trust me. I've seen them all. Horrible. I will give Nick Housing a lot of credit. He created one. He has to manually forecast for each area. He has to literally manually put in that stuff. I personally do not have time for that. I'm sorry. This is not my main job. I do this out of my own time, out of my own pocket for you guys. I would love nothing more than to come up with an app that I can give to everybody that would be just beneficial. But I'm telling you right now, if the professionals haven't done it, there's no way I'll be able to do it. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just need to have some motivation and do it. But right now, I don't have it. I don't have it. They're all crap. I don't like them. Yeah. The Apple weather, whatever that crap is you guys are just going to get me started on a rant, so I'm just going to shut up. I forget what app it was the other day I was looking at. Oh, I sent it to you guys. Somebody sent it to me. It was the Apple app saying there was snow or something, but it was like for yesterday. I mean, come on. Even my weather station did it. And my computer still wants to restart. Oh my goodness. I tell you what, that would be not fun if that happens. That would be not fun. All right. Looking over everything. I don't have anything new for you guys right now. I really don't. Our tornado watches have been posted. We're monitoring the latest data that's coming in. I mean, this one is just we're just waiting. It's just a waiting game right now. That's all it is. I mean, and I am not looking forward. I don't know about you guys. I am not looking forward to this cold weather back behind this. Oh, YouTube must have agreed with you as soon as you said shut up. It went to an ad. Hilarious. Yeah. They probably know me. The government knows me too well. They're like, as soon as Luke starts mouthing, you gotta shut him up, shut him down. Yeah, I mean, And the thing that drives me nuts too, just to kind of get a rant, I guess, off my chest or whatever, but the thing that drives me the most crazy is I don't know if there's a lot of forecasters that have started using AI for weather, but that is the dumbest thing you could do. I mean, the dumbest thing you could do. You can use AI for like data and helping you combine that, but for anything else, for the love of goodness, please, if there's a forecaster out there, do not use AI to help you forecast. Please, take my word on it. It is complete junk. AI can be used as a great tool for some things. For weather forecasting, nada. So anyone that says different, please have them send me an email. We'll meet up. We'll talk about it. Because it takes very little common sense to realize that you have to know the origins of meteorology, and I didn't accept that when I was younger. Before I even went into college, I was like, technology, that's all I'm going to use. I'll never use like the base, the mathematics side, the chemistry, the everything. I mean, the dynamics. It is crazy. If you really dig into meteorology, it is so fascinating how much is involved. I mean, it blows me away. Blows me away. But anyway, like I said, just a little rant there, I guess, if anything. But kind of just dragging on because we're kind of just sitting here, just waiting. Like I said, looks like just north of Branson's our only severe thunderstorm warning right now. And as this line of storms gets closer, it should intensify. I mean, hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully I'm most completely right this morning, and we just get some normal storms and some damaging winds, and that's it. And then we'll move through, and we'll, wake up to some snow tomorrow. That'd be great. But obviously, right now, that's not what we're looking at. So I'm not gonna lie. When I got everything hooked up, I looked down and my phone was at like 10%. So finally got it back up to speed here with us. So like I said, a lot of reports coming in of drizzle or light rain. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead. Alright, come back down here. Just kind of standing up there for a second. Let's see. Alright. Fort Leonard Wood, waving a hand. Alright. Probably on base there. Let's see here. We'll check into Fort Leonard Wood here. There you guys are. Not looking too bad right now. Couple cells starting to get going though. Hats off to all of our armed servicemen and women. Appreciate all you guys. I'm sure a lot of you are probably watching from Fort Leonard Wood. So yeah, heads up, cold front coming in. Probably going to get a little windy. No active warnings at this time though. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on you there. Appreciate all you guys do. Let's see if I've got any more updates coming in. Like I said, as of 30 minutes ago, our central low pressure was at 992 millibars. Just to give you a perspective, normal millibar pressure for us here in the Midwest is 1,013. So we're about, obviously our pressure's down. And actually, to be exact, going off my weather observation here, we're right at 1,000 millibars, so we're about down 13 currently, and we're going to see that decrease. No, the biggest threat is still winds. I just mentioned that our tornado threat has increased. It was very low this morning. I wasn't too concerned, but obviously now with us getting a little bit more moisture and just a tad bit more energy, with our atmospheric conditions we have, it's really not going to take much. So, like I said, if we can get some rain to occur beforehand, that'll really help. And it looks like we got some starting to develop, so that would help really decrease things. But I'm not gonna hold my breath on it. We're pretty much just a waiting game and watching at this point. If I haven't said it before, I want to say it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really makes me feel good when I can communicate with all of you here in the Midwest, here in Southern Illinois. It really means a lot because I've dedicated a lot of time, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, just doing this from my heart. So I really do appreciate it. I don't even know how many people are live right now, but once we get the Facebook up and running for lives, we'll be back up and running full steam ahead. But just a heads up off the press here, kind of right where I was concerned about. I'm going to go ahead. Latest model data, which I've been kind of concerned about, right in here. So Dyersburg up to Paducah, Cape Girardeau, that's going to include you. This is probably going to be the highest tornado threat right here. This is just based off of the latest that I can just pull. Okay. Now let me just say this. Models will not give you an exact track of a storm. Okay. They can be close. They can give you a pretty good area, but they're not going to give you an exact location. So just be aware. That is the area I am most concerned about. I know I'm still concerned about south of I-64, but just based off the latest and data, I mean, Paducah, you're in the direct threat here for something. So just heads up, nothing to panic about, but this would be about 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. time frame. So might post an update on that. But if you're listening in Paducah, Dyersburg, Union City, Sykeston, even Poplar Bluff, Cape Girardeau, Metropolis, Anna Jonesboro. You guys are all really included in this, increased threat. So trying to find my, let's see here. Yeah, Cape Girardeau. I'm going to redraw this line here. Really, like right in here, that's going to be a big area, I think. Yeah, that would be like the strongest one I see right now. Like I said, still can occur north and south of this. I'm just looking at, exact areas that I'm trying to look at. So we got about 220 of you on YouTube right now. So like I said, that's fine. I mean, like I said, we're just waiting right now. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. And then hopefully, like I said, keep spreading the word and everything, because that'll help everybody out when, warnings start going off. They'll be like, oh, where do I go? Well, hopefully you're coming right here to tune in. Looks like it might be actually raining. My weather station is saying moderate rain right now. And we've dropped a degree, so that could maybe help benefit some stuff. So keeping an eye on that for sure. Wow. Those of you that have friends and family along the Ohio River, so Metropolis, Paducah, Cape Girardeau, Sykeston area, kind of just a heads up. If I were to issue like a tornado advisory or something, I would put one out for this area I have circled, just because confidence is growing that there's probably a good solid chance of at least a couple tornado warnings in that circled area by about anywhere from probably 6 to 8 p.m. tonight. And I honestly may make a post about that here pretty soon, because I'm starting to get a little bit concerned with everything is timing too. A lot of timing comes into this. We've got a low level jet that's going to kick in. I mean, just tons of variables right now. But like I said, our biggest threat right there is going to kind of develop right on top of us. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause real quick just so I can kind of type up a post here. Those of you that have friends and family maybe in this circled region, go ahead and give them a call, give them a heads up, be like, hey, probably some pretty good significant severe weather coming in around 6 to 8 p.m. tonight. Like I said, just something to monitor and watch, okay? And another thing is, too, you got this little guy right here starting to poke out. So I just, this is the main area as of right now that I'm kind of concerned with. So I'm going to pause real quick. No active tornado warnings or anything to be concerned about right now. Like I said, I went live a little bit early just to kind of keep you guys up to date. But I am going to pause my audio. I'm still here. So if you don't hear me, don't freak out. But I'm going to pause my audio for now, and I will return when I have some more information to give you guys. But for right now, tornado watch in effect until 8 p.m. tonight. We will see that extend into eastern portions of southern Illinois, southeastern Missouri, southwestern Indiana, southwestern Kentucky, southwestern Tennessee, and northeastern Arkansas. So just stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And you're listening to live continuing coverage of our significant severe weather outbreak here across southern Illinois and the Midwest. All right, I'm back here. Really not a whole bunch changing as of right now. This line is not as organized, and it's honestly quite expected right now. There's really not a whole bunch of energy in that area. As it gets more towards the St. Louis into parts of SEMO instead of central Missouri, then we'll probably see an uptick. But like I said, that circled area right there below, pretty much south of Route 13, along the Ohio, south of the Ohio, all the way down, pretty much running parallel with the Mississippi. This area is just my most concern for, multiple tornado chances. So just wanted to give you guys just an overall couple hour heads up is all I'm doing. There's no real big major changes at this time. And really, other than that, man, it's going to be so cold tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to it. There's actually a solid chance we could have, like, lake effect snow tomorrow. Like, not even kidding. Just basically off of our, like, Rin Lake, Carlisle Lake. Like, very well possible. Crazy to think about, but some new snowfall accumulations coming in right now. Looks like a half inch to an inch, so wow, especially if you're along I-64, Mount Vernon, all the way up to St. Louis. Keep an eye on that. That's interesting. So that'll be fun tomorrow. Don't really want to tackle that. It's just moving east. I don't. No active tornado warnings to my knowledge, unless I'm missing something. Nope, no active tornado warnings as of now. Like I said, just monitoring really west of us right now as this continues to push to the east. That's all I got. Like I said, some light showers developing ahead of this into southern Illinois. Going to keep an eye on that. That could help kind of decrease our severe weather chances. So, I mean, regardless of the severe weather from the storms, our winds today have verified. I spoke to the National Weather Service, and that was the last time we had a high wind warning in our area. March something of 2023. I don't ever remember that. But if you guys do, please let me know, because I never remember a high wind warning. Those are rare, especially for us. Those are very rare. Got a text from one of my friends. A lot of trees down. Yeah, there are a lot of trees down. Kind of figured today would be a big day to clean out any dead trees, because this rain was we actually have a large severe thunderstorm warning that just got issued, so you'll see it pop up here in a second. It's going to be for southeast Missouri into central Missouri here. Looks like we're lagging a little bit here. I don't like that. Let me go ahead and... Man, it's already on my phone. Why is it taking so long? May have to restart my radar scope here. Seems to be lagging. Hang on one second. Let's see if I do that. Go away for a second. Open it back up. There it is. Okay. May have to do that a couple times. New severe thunderstorm warning. Very large. This is going to be, my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counties total. 7 counties. 7 counties in central southern Missouri. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for, let's just name off. I got any cities in here? So Fort Leonard Wood. This will be for southern Fort Leonard Wood. The Ozark National Riverways, Echo Bluff State Park, Current River State Park, Bryant Creek State Park. A lot of state parks here. Salem, Mountain Grove, Licking, Ava, Mountain View, Willow Springs. Actually, I've been to Willow Springs before. Kabul, Houston. Houston had a really bad tornado a couple years ago. Mansfield, Dawson, Birch Creek, Norwood, and Hartville. That is going to be for, I think, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Tornado is possible tagged on this. So let's go ahead. We'll double box this. Let's see if we got any rotation on this. And as you can see, this is just kind of the start. But I'm going to give you guys an example here of what we're going to be looking at. Let's put this into motion here as this crosses over. Here's Mansfield. See how this line's starting to kind of look... let me just show you here. Right there. You can kind of see different odd colors here along this line. This is our main line of concern. These are where your tornadoes and your kinks will start to appear. Okay, I'm actually going to get rid... Hang on a second. Let me get rid of some stuff here. Sorry, I didn't realize. Let's get rid of the weather. And we can keep the... I guess we can keep the... We'll keep the sponsors going. Why not? Give them a little shout out. But anyway, so going back to what I was talking about, you see these little colors here. Those are obviously as close as we can get to the surface, but we're probably looking at the lowest level of our storms. And you can see winds are starting to roll a little bit. So we're starting to see that roll. What that's indicating is we're going to have winds that are up in the maybe the first kilometer up in our atmosphere starting to mix into the surface. So that's where that damaging wind threat is. We can also see some other areas where we got some greens and some reds, some inners and outbounds starting to come together. We'll have to watch out for that tornado potential. But for right now, there is our first large severe thunderstorm warning of the day, as that affects a lot. And honestly, it would not surprise me if we have a severe thunderstorm warning that extends from St. Louis all the way to maybe Olney, Robinson area, all the way down to Paducah, and then back over. It would not surprise me. I feel like almost everyone is guaranteed a severe thunderstorm warning this evening. I mean, literally, it's almost guaranteed. So just a heads up there. Put this back over here. I'm putting it all over, but just kind of give you guys an overall view. Actually, no, I like it back over here. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Okay. I think I moved the wrong thing. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to put this into motion. We're going to leave it for now. Let me go to chat here. I haven't been able to look at chat that much. Put chat over here. Like I said, I should get an update here pretty shortly. 20Z. Even brought my little, even got my little generator ready just in case. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I mentioned it earlier, but if you guys, obviously we've experienced some power outages today. Probably going to be more widespread here in the next 4 to 5 hours. Would not be a bad idea to maybe charge your devices, make sure everything's good to go. If you got anything else that needs to be charged, top it off. Just in case, because there is a chance some of us could be without power overnight, especially with these cold conditions. Wouldn't be fun. So just kind of a heads up there. Okay, new severe thunderstorm warning. I think, like I said before, everybody's going to get one today. Tornado possible, and this is going to be for 1, 2, 3, 4 counties now in southern central Missouri. West Plains, Bull, Shorels, Lake. If I get some of these names wrong, I apologize. I am not good with names of anything. Norfolk Lake, Bryant Creek State Park again, Grand Gulf State Park, Thayer, Alton, Gainesville, Bakersfield, South Fork, Pontiac, Bradesville, Wasola, Thomasville, Sundown, Lanton, and Myrtle in southern Missouri. 60-mile-an-hour winds, very small hail, moving to the moving to the east at 45 miles an hour. And these will have an uptick here shortly, too. So you can actually see a little uptick there in that Ava storm. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and dig in here and see if we got any rotation on this. Definitely increasing, but nothing that stands out to a tornado. And like I said before, guys, those of you that are listening in, it is going to be very hard for meteorologists to identify tornadoes on radar tonight, okay? So if you do get a tornado warning and it's radar indicated, regardless of what the tornado warning, you need to seek shelter immediately. So it'll be fast moving and you won't have time to react. But right now, this is our only line, or our only severe weather warnings we have right now. I'll back it up a little bit. You can see, obviously, the big picture here. Tornado watch all the way from just south of Quincy, Illinois, all the way down to northeastern Texas. Right now, no storm reports coming in from the severe storms right now and currently in southern central Missouri. Keeping a close eye on them, though. Might have to get me a refill on my drink. That's a good question. I use a variety of radars. So this one right now that I'm using here is a radar scope. Honestly, it used to be it still is the OG. However, I got to give a lot of credit to Weatherfront. Weatherfront just came out with an app. I believe they're almost coming up on their 1-year anniversary. And I'll tell you right now, you can download Weatherfront. It's for, I believe, Apple users only right now. But when it comes out to everybody, you guys are going to want this app. It is absolutely awesome. It's a great radar app. Radar Scope's a good one, though, too. Weatherfront, though, really just blew the socks off of Radar Scope. So hats off to Weatherfront and their company and whoever designed it, because they did a damn good job. But yeah, let me know where you're listening in from. Kind of monitoring chat back and forth. Let me go ahead and Sorry, I didn't have radar going live there. Obviously, everyone behind or west of this line of storms, you will not have any severe weather potential. So pretty much Springfield, Missouri, west, you're pretty much in the all clear right now. Looks like we're starting to get some kinks in the line. So just a heads up, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here on an area that's a little bit concerning. It looks like this is actually closer to St. Louis, it looks like. So let's go ahead and let's dig in here. So National Weather Service monitoring this cluster of storms. This would be near Warren County. I believe this is along 70 here, and it is. So let's go ahead, let's double box this. And yeah, right there you can kind of see, I don't know if, hang on, actually let's put it into perspective here. Not a whole bunch going on there, but like I said, it's hard to look at sometimes. Very, very hard to look at, so it may not take much. So those of you, it looks like Warren County, Missouri, to be near Warrington, Pendleton, Berger. So like heads up there. Starting to see a little bit more. We'll kind of keep it here. No active warning on this or anything. We do have some. Actually, we have a beautiful, wow, absolutely beautiful shelf cloud. That is right there at Truxton exit off I-70 west of Warren. So this would be a very, very well-defined shelf cloud. So that we'll see. It looks like we got some storm spotters there right now. Yes, this is, it looks like I have zoomed in, so I'll zoom back out real quick so you guys can see. So here's St. Louis. I'm just to the west of St. Louis along I-70 here, just to the east of Columbia, Missouri, and just to the west of O'Fallon. We have a line of storms that are stretched all the way, and it looks like National Weather Service taking a good look into this right now. Nothing that's imminent, but very well possible to develop. Like I said, guys, quick tornadoes could happen. So it looks like we do have a severe thunderstorm warning possible just issued for Franklin, Missouri and Warren, Missouri. So you're going to see that pop up here in a second. There is some rotation southwest of Warrenton, if I'm saying that right. So this would be right in here is where they're looking at. Just went through Berger, Missouri, or getting ready to go through Berger, Missouri, but we do have some rotation right now. So if you have friends and family in Warren County, Missouri, along with Franklin County, Missouri, make sure you kind of get them a little call, maybe a heads up. Starting to see that rotation starting to increase just a little bit, okay? So starting to move a little bit up here as well. Like I said, it's not going to take a whole bunch, folks, but this is moving closer and closer to the St. Louis metro area. We're getting closer. So, you know, I'm not happy about this either. For some odd reason, my warning boxes are taking forever to load, and I do not like that. We do have active storm spotters on this. I'm going to go ahead and close this out real quick and reload it because it's going to pop up here. There it is. I don't know why it took forever to load, but I really don't want to do that every time we get a severe thunderstorm warning. But anyway, this one's the most active one that I'm looking at right now that looks to be somewhat, you know, possible. Let's go ahead and back out. Just look at the full picture real quick. Go back down here to southern Missouri. More of a damaging wind threat ongoing in southern Missouri. We kind of see here, there's another little kink right here. You're going to have to keep an eye on that just to the south. Actually, let's go ahead and zoom in on that. Just looks like to the east of Ava, Missouri. That is going to track off into Willow Springs, Missouri. So heads up there. A little bit of rotation. You can kind of see that little hook action, that little kink. That's all it takes, folks. So no active warning as of right now. I'll notify you if I get anything there. Let's go ahead and go back to St. Louis here. We got a little bit of rotation just south of I-70 in Warren County. just to the north of Berger, Missouri. This is actually going to track very close, if not the south side of Warrenton, Missouri. So if you have friends and family along I-70 there, near Wright City, Warrenton, Missouri, please give them a call. Like I said, no active tornado. This is just a heads up, friendly heads up. Looking at some more stuff right now. Let's see here. Springfield, Missouri. There we go. Not much there. Okay. So like I said, just a little bit of rotation. That's all it takes. So we're going to wait on a couple more scans here. Like I said, I'm in here with the communication with the National Weather Service here, so we're going to hold off and see if there's anything that really surprises them too much. But this is really one of the storms I think has the most significant potential right now. I kept wondering what was stabbing me. The darn car keys in my pocket. My goodness. Yeah, my dad said the same thing. So once again, no active tornado warning as of right now. However, those of you south along I-70 west of St. Louis, this is going to be north of the town of Berger, Missouri, just to the southwest of Warrenton, Missouri. We have a possible tornado tag on a severe thunderstorm warning for this rotation right here. We're going to wait a couple more scans. And hopefully, nothing else develops. We kind of hope this diminishes a little bit. But the more we get into the evening hours, the more our atmospheric conditions are going to increase for those tornadoes. So really, as soon as we hit the 4 p.m. hour, yeah, we're starting to get more rotation on this. The National Weather Service in St. Louis may want to, they're probably collaborating right now on a tornado warning. So those of you in Warrenton, especially the south side, those of you that have friends and family, like I said, it's along I-70 right now, but this is going to be a tornado warning probably coming very soon for the city, if not the town of Warrenton. That last scan wasn't too bad, but obviously it's increasing, so something to be concerned about. Looks like, is that Innsbruck, Missouri? That would be another place. Like I said, this is just south of I-70 here. Just south of I-70. And if I can pull up my Google Maps here, we maybe be able to see. So just south of I-70, and then just north of, looks like that State Highway 100. If I'm looking at that right. Let's see, New Haven. Yep, just north of the State Highway 100 there. But yeah, just looking at some areas right now. Dew points are, let me see here. Let's see if I can look up some current dew points for us. Dew point on this storm right now that is near St. Louis, this one that we're looking at, dew point is around 55 degrees. So a lot colder. Looks like we haven't even hit 60 yet. A lot of, let's see here. That area I circled earlier from Paducah all the way down to like Dyersburg, Jonesboro, those dew points are in the 60s now. So we're starting to see a little bit of an increase in our moisture. So that's something to kind of keep an eye on. Wow. So store spotter there, and actually media. Cold air is rapidly undercutting the leading edge. Temperature has dropped 12 degrees in 30 seconds. Wow. That is crazy. Storm Spotter, along with media, reporting that this leading edge right here, they have dropped 12 degrees in 30 seconds. Wow. That is some cold, cold air. And when you don't have enough, that can kind of limit something. Actually, that could actually have a negative impact as well. So, anyway, that is a sharp temperature gradient. So we will keep an eye on that. Yeah, I did say that if dew points did get 60 is our magic number. If you can get dew points right at 60, that is your magic number for pretty much everything going crazy. But right now in this area and really north of the Ohio River, we are not near 60. We're near 60. I'm sorry, just not at 60. We're right below it. So the only places right now that I saw that were in the 60s would actually be this area that has rain developing and a little bit of storm. So this was the only area I saw that were in the 60s. That's probably why we're starting to see some development. Looks like around Cape Girardeau, Sykeston, even some lightning developing south of Cairo. So got to keep an eye on that. That could help decrease and stabilize our environment here in southern Illinois. That would be helpful. Let's go back to St. Louis here. I'm going to zoom back in. This is the one storm we've been keeping an eye on. Let's go ahead. You can kind of see that little kink again, trying to get something going. You can kind of see that little hook. Like I said, no immediate danger or threat as of right now. Our last update for the day just came out from SPC. We will stay enhanced risk, which was expected. We did not anticipate that upgrade to moderate risk. So obviously wind being the most significant, which we expect as it crosses over the Mississippi into the Wabash and Mississippi River side. So like I said, everybody right now just kind of anticipating. We will see a tornado watch for the remainder of the area here shortly. I don't have an exact time for you guys as of right now, but yeah, YouTube likes to get. I feel like everything we have nowadays is just nothing but ads. Is it like stopping the live stream when they're with ads? Is that what it's doing? If that's what it's doing, that's very interesting because I have that turned off. There was an option to leave that on or leave that off, and I said off. I wonder if I need to check my settings again. That was when I set up the account. I wonder if it maybe switched back. If you guys can give me an update on that. If your YouTube is pausing during the live stream and going to an ad, please let me know. Oh, it is. Okay, well, that changes everything. Why is it doing that? Let me dig into that real quick. I'm going to mute my mic for a second. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can get that fixed. Hang on. Okay, you guys are going to love this. So during my lives, it appears YouTube is going to go ahead and just, do their ads no matter what. I did find, in fact, a button here that says stop ads. So I click it, and it says, hold up, we can only pause ads for 10 minutes at a time. So, wow, that is just really making me mad as well, and I'm glad you guys pointed that out. I apologize because I did not want that. That is an option for a lot of YouTube accounts that have a lot of followers and stuff to just kind of make a crap ton of money. I have turned those off, but it looks like during the live feeds, I can only pause them for 10 minutes at a time. So I guess someone sent me a timer, and then I'll just keep clicking this button, I guess, over time. So doesn't surprise me one bit. I mean, that's technology for you. YouTube's got to get their money somehow. But that is what I found out so far. I think it'll even let me insert an ad. It says insert an ad, and then it says pause ads. And then I hit pause, and it says, hold on, you can only do it for 10 minutes. It's got a countdown going. So anyway, fun fact for you guys there. So if you hear that again, just holler at me. I'll try and turn them off every 10 minutes, but just another speed bump in the road. Back over to Warrentown. We have not had an update, but still possible tornado there. On my end, the rotation's not as strong as it was before. So unless I'm missing something, I really don't see anything too significant at this time. That doesn't mean something can't change, but at this time, National Weather Service pretty much saying the same thing. I mean, if it starts an upkeep here in the next couple of scans, I would say Innsbruck, Missouri, right here in Warren County, you would be pretty much right in line with that if a tornado was to develop. So like I said, I'm keeping a very close eye on it right now. So we're going to wait a couple more scans. I don't believe there are any other warnings at this time that are at least tornado. We haven't had a tornado warning today yet, knock on wood. So hopefully it stays that way. Back over by Cape Girardeau, New Madrid. Thunder and lightning starting to appear with some of these storms as they push off to the northeast. These would impact Inna Jonesboro, Williamson County, Goreville, Vienna, Heron, Marion, Carrier Mills, Harrisburg, El Dorado, Golconda here shortly. Nothing to panic about. Honestly, these actually might help us a little bit. So don't worry or freak out if you hear thunder and lightning. These are just some smaller storms developing. I'll keep an eye on them, but nothing that's concerning at this time. They will actually help us maybe limit our severe weather potential in the heart of southern Illinois later. So that might be a gift from the gods. We shall see. I do want to report, though, if you use YouTube on a desktop or TV, a smart TV, you will not have the ads. The ads are only for cell phones and the app, if that makes sense. I did get confirmation of that. And that right there, that last scan is a little bit concerning, folks. Let's go ahead and go back to it. That right there is a pretty good indication that the velocity signature is not strong, but I would almost guarantee we're getting ready to see a tornado warning. I bet they're working on one right now. At least if I was the warning person, which I know I'm not, but if I was, that's what I would be doing at this time. So heads up just to the west of Innsbruck, Missouri. Heads up. Low-level rotation for sure. And it is going to pass just to the south, it looks like, of Warrenton, and maybe just to the north, if not the very west side of Innsbruck. So let's keep it here. We just had a new mesoscale come out. I'm going to go ahead and see what that is. Pretty much just, this is going to be a whole new tornado watch, guys. So this is a whole new tornado watch that's getting ready to get issued for southern Illinois, Wow, that is some strong wording right now. So I'm going to read this off to you guys. So there's a chance here in southern Illinois, and pushing back to the east, we could have a substantial tornado threat, which, I mean, like I said, that's why I kind of wanted to come early so I could talk to you guys about this. But they're watching the dew point values, 62 to 64, that are starting to move northward. So we have a 95% chance of this tornado watch. It's going to happen. They are listing this as max strength of EF3 tornadoes. So not trying to concern anybody, but I mean, very well possible we could have a couple violent tornadoes embedded in this line that comes through. So looks like 65 to 80 mile an hour winds will be embedded in this line. Tornado watch coming soon. I'm getting ready to post that. Monitoring this other cell right now here in Missouri, just to the west of St. Louis. So like I said, I just wanted to let you guys know that. So tornado watch coming. We're going to have a whole new tornado watch. This is not going to be an extension. This is going to be a whole new watch now, which is quite concerning, honestly. I thought they were just kind of tacking on over, but it looks like a whole new situation with whole new wording. Excuse me. Usually I can hit the mute button in time, but didn't for that one, so I apologize. But okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try and post this real quick. Looks like Troy, Missouri. You got some rotation coming right on top of you, it looks like. So that's going to be south of Warrenton, just the west of Innsbruck. Like I said, just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Probably. Oh, actually, there's a video of it coming in. Video of rotation. They actually might put a warning on this. Pretty good rotation, actually. So, like I said, tornado warning probably imminent on this storm. It's probably going to be our first. Actually, we now have a different chat. Okay. Trying to do like 8 things at once right now. Not working out too well for me. Let's go to text products. Let's go to severe weather. Let's go to graphic. Once again, you can kind of see that kink. I'll redraw this line. Like I said before, it's not a whole bunch. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's not going to take a lot today for a quick tornado. Posting to the storm predictor right now via Facebook of an update. This is going to be for 3:30. It's just that mesoscale that's coming out. Pretty much going over that same area that I talked about earlier that I'm concerned with. So I went ahead and just got that posted. Like I said, trying to do 8,000 things at once. Make sure you guys are sharing this live stream if you want in-depth analysis with Southern Illinois and surrounding areas. I know Ryan Hall and there's a lot of different streamers do a great job, but I strictly focus on our region here. So And it does suck, but yep, just live only on YouTube, X, and TikTok right now. So I'm not on Facebook. I'm still grounded. They don't want me to go live yet, so still waiting to be out of the doghouse on that. But let's go back here. Hopefully everybody can hear me loud and clear. Everything should be good with the audio. Still monitoring this one cell that's just to the west of St. Louis. Let's go ahead. It looks like, hate to pass off this information, but it's kind of crazy. So here's Troy up here. No severe thunderstorm warning, might be coming soon, but we have straight line winds reported by a deputy. Power lines down with entrapment on the west side of Troy, Missouri. So sad information to report there, but does not surprise me. That is a very strong line. Sometimes radar doesn't do the best job of picking up wind, but I'm telling you right now, that is the line's starting to get together, guys. I mean, look at that. Earlier, we did not have a well-defined line. This thing's really starting to increase. You can see, look at these winds on the backside here. Look how strong those are. I mean, I know we're pushing up the upper side of the storms, but I mean, that's our upper atmosphere right now. We are just packed and loaded with very, very strong, dangerous winds. Excuse me. Let me take that off real quick. See if I can switch. We have another radar. There it is. Look at these storms starting to bow echo a little bit. Look at that. Don't really see that every day, but look at that. Very strong winds. Gainesville, Missouri. Mountain Grove. I mean, look at that. That is crazy. They're bow echoing. I mean, that's how strong our environment is today, where you just see the sheer, just absolutely pretty much control these storms. I've never seen anything like that, especially individualized cells like that. That's almost waves of energy that are going to just pummel us later. Absolutely insane. Kind of a big weather nerd moment there, but that is not a good sign for our region here in southern Illinois. So I'm just going to give you guys a heads up now. That right there is telling me here in southern Illinois we are about to get blasted with that 70 to 80 mile an hour winds. So just a heads up, that is not looking good. That has me deeply concerned, actually. So looks like my positive thinking and positive outlook is gone through the drain for this evening. It looks like we're going to have to buckle up and be ready for some widespread problems. Pretty much starting here in the next 30 minutes. So still got that cell near Warrenton, Missouri. That's nothing tornadic though, but trust me, when it happens, it'll happen. It'll be tornado after tornado, so it's going to be embedded a lot. And waiting on this tornado watch as well. It'll pop up. Actually, let me go ahead and refresh this real quick. Okay. So like I mentioned before, I feel like I'm just kind of reiterating myself. This is the area I am concerned about right now. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, that is not a good sign. When you see bow echo hooks like that, that is dangerous winds. I'm not going to lie. This one cell down here near Mountain Home, I believe, Arkansas, it would not surprise me if we get some reports of 70 to 80 mile an hour winds coming out of this. I don't know if I have a radar near it. Radar not doing the best job on it, a little sporadic, but whenever you see something like that, it's never good. Actually, a little bit of rotation with it as well, which everything's probably going to start showing signs of rotation here in the next hour. So like I said, we're just trying to do a lot right now. We're going to keep it here, though. Starting to see a little bit of an increase there. Right over Innsbruck. See if we have an update here. Well, I haven't heard anybody in chat in about 14 minutes. So we all good? Everybody still good in chat? Just want to make sure I haven't lost anybody here. I don't know if my chat's working or not here. Might have lost everybody. Oh, shoot. Well, if I lost chat, I lost chat, but I think we're still live, if I'm not mistaken. So if I lost chat, I lost chat, but I'll keep you guys updated as much as possible. Severe thunderstorm warning coming for eastern Lincoln going into Calhoun. Tornado possible. This will be Calhoun, Illinois, and Lincoln, Missouri. Calhoun, Illinois, and Lincoln, Missouri. So this is going to be up here, probably for this line of storms near Troy, if I had to guess. So we're going to see it here issued very quickly here. Yeah, I don't know what happened to chat. I don't know if me pausing the ads is what did that or what, but if that's the case, I'd rather it be that way. But getting reports from some of you that we do not have chat, so apologize if chat is down. But as long as we're good, we're good. Like I said, I hate doing this, but it's about my only chance now. There's that new severe thunderstorm warning that we talked about for just to the east of Troy. Tornado possible tag on that as well. So, like I said, starting to get some stuff going. We're almost to 4 o'clock, and 4 o'clock will be game time. So, those of you here in Southern Illinois, do not let your guard down. We have a lot of stuff active to our west right now. Very concerned for over here in southeast central Missouri. That is going to come up right into the heart of our region, where the bulk of you are listening in from. So, no active tornado warnings as of right now, as of 3:42 Central Daylight Time, Sunday, March 15th, 2026. And I don't know what happened to chat. I don't know. I don't know if I can restart something or not, but I don't have anything being reported to me on chat-wise or anything like that. So, is what it is. No big deal. I mean, it kind of sucks because I really want to hear from you guys, but at the same time, I don't know if I need to. Yeah, I'm not for sure what's going on. I wish I could do more. I really do. I don't think there's anything I can do right now. I don't know. Looks like getting some rain shower. Oh, we actually have our first tornado warning. All right. First tornado warning of the day, and that is that area that I was most concerned about. So let's hop on it real quick. This is going to be for southeastern Missouri. and this is going to be our first QLCS tornado of the day. But it looks like we have two main cells starting to work its way into the Mountain View, Summersville, Missouri area. So let's go ahead and look at it real quick. We do have that little kink right there. We do have rotation, so a little bit stronger, a little bit to the north. Actually, I have two areas, really. We have two areas just to the west of Sargent, Missouri. It's going to be to the east of Mountain Grove, near Sargent, Missouri. So if you're in that area, first tornado warning of the day has now been issued for this area. So kind of a